Today, women are making more money and having more impact than ever before. With that power and opportunity comes responsibility. Unfortunately, we have not been taught how to make the most of these assets and opportunities, so many women today are still dying in poverty after a lifetime of success. Lifestyle Architect is a series of training videos that cover everything related to investing, from the philosophical to the tactical. Each month, we pick a theme and then discuss the related investment vehicles, how to incorporate them into your investment portfolio, and the tips and techniques to get them working the hardest for you. Wealthy Wise Women is a community of independent women who are sharing a journey of discovery and growth toward financial freedom. The Lifestyle Architect recordings are based on Susan's experiences and learning, but we all have experiences and learning to share. I welcome you to listen and provide your own commentary in the thread below. If you like what you hear, subscribe to our channel and see all the recordings in the Lifestyle Architect series. And now, let's jump into this week's episode. Hi, Wealthy Wise Woman. Welcome to the September Lifestyle Architect series. This month, we'll focus on the young people in your life, whether they're your own children, your nieces and nephews, or children of your friends. One of the biggest complaints I hear from new clients is that they don't really know anything about money. For some, they grew up with a scarcity mindset. For others, their family was always in turmoil because of ongoing debt obligations. Neither is healthy, and both are a result of not understanding what money is or how it's used. As a result, in times of massive innovation, the wealth gap becomes wider as those who understand money draw more to themselves, while those that don't fall farther behind. Financial illiteracy is as damaging today as reading illiteracy was for the masses at the turn of the 20th century. It is a critical time for adults to become literate so they can teach the children, and everyone can benefit from the opportunities that surround us today. In recent years, schools have tried integrating money management into their health programs in high school. Unfortunately, most teachers are just as unknowledgeable as the parents and students. They continue to propagate the myths of the past that support an industrial age education and mindset for accepting a pittance for going to work and putting it in a bank to save or handing it over to someone else to manage. From what I hear from the young people, these courses are boring, full of dire warnings, and irrelevant for most who have no money to save or invest at that time in their lives. For the few young people who have a natural entrepreneurial spirit, they already know that the information being provided is erroneous. But their input is not in alignment with the curriculum, so their experiences are treated as irrelevant or damaging to the course objectives. In the rare occasions where a teacher happens to be an investor herself, the classes have proven that children are excellent investors. They will take their experience in the world and invest in what they know. That's the first rule to investing, per Peter Lynch, one of the most successful mutual fund managers in history. Invest in what you know. In this world that is moving humans another step further away from human labor to human creativity and higher consciousness, it's important for children to be prepared for a new reality. By the time our youngest children are adults, robots and artificial intelligence tools will be performing the most sensitive, laborious, and dangerous jobs, leaving us to be the ones to shape the direction that those tools work toward. One of the ways to shape that direction is through the way we invest our own personal resources, our passions, our talents, and our financial resources. For this month of September, as young people return to school, we will be looking at the key knowledge areas that young people need to understand to be able to make an influence on creating the world they want to live in. When we teach abundance rather than scarcity, and responsibility rather than dependence, our children will love what they learn, and they will embrace their own purpose and passions, using money the way it was intended to create the world that they want. Rather than teaching them to save for the sake of a far distant future, we will teach them to turn their personal gifts into value that will in turn draw money to themselves so that they can use that money to create even more value. When we understand how to attract money and then use it to influence others, we stop working for companies and those companies start working for us. When we work with young people, it is critical to teach, utilizing hands-on exercises. This is true for adults as well. But as adults, we have already become adept at learning through instruction if it is something that we really want to learn. Because I'm focusing on lessons for young people, this series will integrate exercises that you can use with the young people in your life. Perhaps it will even help you to reaffirm your own knowledge and understanding of money and finance and how to get the money working for you. Until next week, remember, your future is what you create.